Okay. Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Okay. The reason she asked, or really her supervisor asked me to give you a call was because I have the same setup that you do. I've got the Note 2 and I've got the Samsung Tab 7.7 inch, and Sparkle's got an iPhone, so I think they were trying to understand what it was you're trying to do with the S Pen capabilities. And from what she told me was you were trying to export your S Pen saved documents, files, and notes over to your tablet, and they weren't syncing together. Is that right?
Well, I'm not trying to move the file. Just like there's a feature that I saw on the Samsung support page when I logged into my Samsung account that shows that you can sync your S Note files, so you can sync them between your tablet and your phone. But those features aren't available through the Verizon network carrier. I'm not able to. I don't know. They're just not on my settings in my phone or anything. But no, like what the idea is that when you create an S Note on your phone, I want and then the ability to just have it available on your also the same exact file pointing to it on your tablet, so that you can edit it from either device, and the other one will automatically update.
Okay.
And also, each device has a proprietary calendar. The Samsung calendar, which allows you to attach S Notes to a calendar event or to a task event.
I use that one because I love using the S Pen. I know what you're talking about. Okay.
Right. So, are you on the Verizon network?
I'm using Google Drive. That's how I'm syncing my S Notes between my Galaxy Note 2 and my Galaxy tablet. Google Docs and Google Drive is how I'm getting them back and forth to each other, and they sync up together, or you can export them from one source to the other. But the S Pen function from a calendar, the only way that I've been able to figure that one out yet is by looking at it on the phone itself, because it's got the S Pen with it. I tried moving it through Google Docs to the tablet, and it won't work because the tablet doesn't have the stylus with the S Pen technology.
Doesn't have the. I'm not sure. Like, are you saying Google? I don't know the Google.
Yeah.
I know the Google Gmail. Like, I have Gmail attached to both calendars with the same account, and it does sync up the calendar events, but it won't.
That's right.
It won't sync up the attachment of the S Note.
No, it won't do the S Note portion. So since both of these devices run through Google, you can download Google Docs. It's DOCS, and it's a free application that you can download through the Google Play Store. Basically, what it is it's an interpretation program. It takes what you have from the S Pen functions on the Note 2 and allows you to view it on any other device that works with Google. I've done that for Excel files, some of the S Pen notes. I'm planning my girlfriend's wedding. There's a couple things there that work, but the only thing I have not been able to successfully transfer is that S Note calendar, where you can actually use the stylus and write on the calendar and see the functions of it. That's the only S document that I haven't been able to merge between the two devices. Is that an important function for you?
Well, yeah, but I mean, the most important. There's three things. One is that the calendar events. I guess when you, I'll have to walk through this. When you open up the calendar on your phone, we'll say. You can, you have the option to use your Gmail or the proprietary calendar, My Calendar, I guess it's called, right?
This standard one. Yep, that's right. You got it.
Okay, now the My Calendar has either one of those you can attach S Notes to, or you can attach pictures to the events, right?
Yes.
Are you saying that if I'm on my phone and I attach an S Note file to a calendar event, I can then go to my tablet, and that I will be able to access that S Note file from my tablet. It'll be
The
synced up.
calendar, that's the only function that I have not figured out how to work yet. That part of it I haven't figured out. But all of the other functions of the S Pen, like being able to open it up and create a document, or that little draw pad that they give you with all the grids on it, those can transfer between both devices through Google Docs. But the S Pen calendar is the only thing that I have not been able to merge between the two devices yet.
Oh well, that's important because I create calendar events that for projects and whatnot, and then I need to, each calendar event. That's the reason I create the S Note files for, and then so that's how I'm accessing them.
Got it. So you're using the S Note calendar and not the proprietary calendar, and it's attaching the S Note to it, and you need it to be able to transfer between both devices so that you see the same calendar on both devices, including the S Note attachments. Is that right?
Right, the S Notes and the pictures, and so
Gotcha.
and then if I'm on my tablet and I open up my calendar and the event is there, which I'm guessing you can only do if you use the Google Gmail or right. I mean, you can if you're using Google Gmail as your calendar account, because you can have multiple calendar accounts attached to your calendar. You could have 3 different Gmail accounts attached to the same calendar, right? And you could have 3 different Gmail accounts attached to your other device calendar, and they'll all sync up, which is nice. But the part that isn't syncing up is the actual Samsung calendar.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right, but so if I attach an S Note to my tablet calendar, I would like to go to my phone and be able to click on that event and open up the S Note, that particular S Note file from my phone to edit it. Because I'm always adding, extra notes, or and if I if I have to make copies of those files, that would become a logistical nightmare that I would never. It would take too long, and it would be. It's got to sync up. If it doesn't sync up, it's disaster. But
I hear you.
Especially if you're moving around, editing 1 and 2 and 3 or 4 different S Note files on different dates and adding pictures, and it's just right. I mean, yeah, you can't. I mean, that's the whole reason I bought the tablet for, was because it had S Note. Because I wanted to do that on my laptop, but my laptop runs Windows, so I can't do it because you need to have Android operating system, and maybe there's a way to put an Android operating system on the thing. But I wasn't I figured just getting the 2 Samsung devices that both have the S Note application on them and the proprietary calendar, that it would be a seamless, effortless, beautiful scenario. And I've spent the last couple 3-4 weeks trying to get it to work, and I haven't been able to. And then finally I went to Samsung support, and they said that they sent me an email that said I
heard they gave you a Korean website.
They said, we don't answer questions about syncing, but here, you can resolve it yourself at this website. And it's in Korean. It's in Korean. So,
Oh my God. That's not cool. That's not going to work.
That's when I decided, it's time for a refund. So anyway, then I contacted Verizon again, and they finally put me in touch with an actual person I could speak to from Samsung, and they finally told me that I can't do it, that I can't sync up my S Note calendar events to my between the devices.
That's right.
Right. Not yet.
Not that I've been able to not yet, but let me tell you a secret.
Yeah.
Tech support is 15 feet away from me, and my husband is a guru at this because we both have Note 2s and we both have the Galaxy Tabs, and I've also got everything Samsung. Why don't I be the bad guy and call Samsung and ruffle some feathers and see if maybe there's like an app, because there's so many people that are developing beta apps, which is like a tester app to try to sync this stuff. And I know that while the Note is relatively new to the market, a lot of times when it comes to these specialty features, it's just a matter of somebody developing the application for them to sync, and then voila, your issue's resolved.
Right. Well, right. I understand that, and
yeah.
If I was absolutely desperate, I would go to a third-party app. But I'm reluctant to like add.
You want it on the boat from Samsung.
I would like it supported by Samsung because I've run into nightmares when you're dealing with third-party apps, and it's nice that they're making the effort, and they should. But I would, the reason I got the Samsung device was because I figured that they worked it out. And so. Whereas I'd be interested in knowing whether someone has worked it out to some degree, I'm reluctant to.
You want it on Samsung?
Yeah, I mean, and apparently Samsung already does do it on the T-Mobile network, because I found a place where those options are actually in your settings where you can. It gives you check marks where you can say sync my S notes and sync my calendar. And I'm assuming that it's referring to the proprietary Samsung calendar. So apparently it's a carrier. There's carrier. I know the carriers have different things that they implement.
Basically what Samsung was is it's a negotiation between the two. Before we even pick up those devices, they sit down and say, well, this is what we will and will not let you do on our network, depending on the data consumption for it. It all drives on the data. But I understand where you're coming from, because I know I've got my S calendar open right now, and I could only imagine having to transfer. I have all my paydays circled in pink, so
Right.
And if I had to interpret all of that onto a different calendar, you're right, it would be a nightmare.
It would be I mean, especially when like I have things that do sync properly, and it's great. I mean, both calendars are showing me the same thing, but the ability to attach the S Note and pictures is beautiful. And
right, it is.
Especially since you can go into S Note and you can add so many different things into your pages, create extra pages, put pictures. I mean, it's great. And that's why I was willing to spend $650 for the tablet, because I figured that's all worked out. And when I discovered and the last straw was the Korean. That was it. Because I don't have time to learn Korean, first of all. But the other thing is, I just don't have the time. I mean, let alone figure out how to get the things to sync up. But anyway, yeah, that's all. Is that I just wanted to resolve it fairly quickly. I've given it a month, but it's not my fault that it's beyond the 14 days. I'm just trying to, look for solutions, and
I hear you. Well, let me ask you this, Peter. My tablet, we took it this weekend, and it's dead at the house charging. I'm going to see if maybe I can go home for lunch or get it, or I'll charge it tonight, and I'll play with those functions specifically to see if I can figure it out on the Samsung branded app. Are you going to be around this telephone number tomorrow for me to call you, so it'll give me a night to play with it and try and figure it out for you?
God bless you. Yes, I'll be here.
Okay, I'm happy to, because now you got me. I'm thinking outside of the box, because we have got these two amazing devices, and I think Samsung has us so trained to say, why not? That now we're in that phase of, why not? You give me everything else, so why not give me this too? And I really want to figure it out for you.
Right. Like I said, apparently it works on the T-Mobile network. I don't know. I mean, there's a teaser there, because I did a screenshot of it. Like I said, if you went into your settings on your phone on the T-Mobile network, it gives you those specific. When I saw, and that's what made me hopeful when I first saw that. When I first saw that, I didn't know it was a T-Mobile only thing, but right. But when I saw that, I was relatively certain that it was going to work as soon as I got to doing it, and and so I figured, well, that's good. It's there. I just have to figure out how to turn it on. And there is no way to turn it on, apparently, from the devices I have.
That's right. That's right. We'll do this. If you could give me just through tonight to do some homework on it and figure it out, because I use the same things that you do, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Great, I'm glad. Yeah. So you know that you. So you also share my desire to have it work.
I do.
Right.
I do, because I would love to have my little pink calendar circled every time I get paid, and then it looks as pretty on my cell phone as it does on my tablet, so I totally understand.
Well, that part will work, won't it?
Right. I want it to work. I understand. I'm right there with you. Can you please just make them talk?
Right.
Google Docs will do everything else except for this, so we've got to figure it out.
Yeah, and the other thing is that the the tasks part of the calendar is another thing that Gmail doesn't support. It's only part of your proprietary calendar on your Samsung. So that was because I put a lot of things in my tasks, which are they're not date specific because you're not attaching them to an actual date. So
it's like a notepad. Yeah, it's like a notepad.
Right, it's great, and it has the same things where you can set alarms to the things and all that stuff, and you can attach S notes and you can attach pictures to them. So when you're creating tasks, I'm an inventor and a businessman. And when I got a lot of things that I want to integrate that way, and I endless like every day, and I can't be using moving them around, and then when I update it, I got to move them again, and I mean it's just it'd be crazy. It would be.
Never see you. I know all you'd be doing is sitting over there fiddling on your phone. You get no work done. I hear you.
Right, yeah, okay. So that's why when they solve it, I'd be glad to buy the thing again, or if you can solve it, hey, great, good luck.
Gotcha.
All right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, thanks a lot, Peter.
All right, yeah, but
we'll figure it out. Here's what I did for you right now. I don't know if you've downloaded this or not, but this app was extremely helpful in giving me a tutorial on how to learn a couple things to do on my handset. You go to the Android market on your cell phone and you download the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 User's Digest. Do you have that yet on your cell phone?
No, I haven't got that yet.
All right, you need to get it. It's free. There's no reason why you shouldn't have it because it's like a little teacher that you put on your handset.
Right.
They have more S Pen tutorials on that Galaxy Digest than you're going to get from any of the Samsung websites, and it's by Samsung, so you're getting a branded app, so you don't have to worry about it being a third-party app.
Well, I think that's the only reason I hesitated on it because I think I saw that it wasn't, but maybe I was mistaken.
It is. It's
okay.
Samsung branded. So it's the Galaxy Note 2 User's Digest. I want you to download that.
All right.
Go through it tonight. If you've got any questions, we'll go over it tomorrow. What time's good for me to give you a call so when I play with my tablet tonight, we can figure this out together?
You can call me anytime.
Okay. All right. And it'll be from the same 910 number, but I appreciate you giving me the opportunity. I just want to go home. I'm borrowing my friend's her tablet right now, and it's not like mine set up, so I just don't feel comfortable fiddling on it when it's not my tablet.
Right. Mine is the 10.1 quad core. I
know you got the big guy. I have the little one.
Yeah.
But that's okay. They basically do the same thing. Yours just has forward-facing speakers, and you can use a stylus on it, like a third-party stylus. And my little one, you can't do that.
Right, yeah, I love and that's the thing. Both my phone and my tablet have the stylus, and I love it. It's great. I am so disappointed that it doesn't sync that I can't even express it. But
I know. It's just, you know why? When you take your stylus out on your Note 2, you know that little button that you can push on the side of it?
Yeah.
That's why. That little button is unique to the S Pen functions only on the Note 2. So I'll figure it out. I'll call Samsung. I'll get my tablet tonight, and we'll get it figured out. I mean, if at most, we'll find something to make it work. But what I'll do is I'll just set a follow-up so I can get a hold of you tomorrow after having the opportunity to play with the tablet tonight so we can get you some answers, okay?
All right, thanks.
All right, Peter. Did you have any other questions or concerns for me?
Nope. Well, a zillion, but they're all on my calendar, and I can't access them.
That's what you need. I hear you. Okay, we'll definitely download the User's Digest. There was one or two other apps that were from Samsung that are extremely helpful that I'm using right now. They send me information specific to the Note 2 when it comes out. if it's okay with you, when I find those apps here on my phone in just a second, I'll send them over as well. So that way, if you want to look over it, that's typically where I go to get the newest technology from my go-to anytime something's coming out.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of helpful stuff out there on the Play Store. It's just a matter of knowing which one's legit and which is not.
Okay, are you going to text it to me or email it or what?
Yeah, I'll send it to you via text. When we hang up, you'll have a text on your handset already with the No 2 Users Digest on it, and you just go on the Play Store and search it, but I'll send you a text with the other ones so you can search for those names too, okay?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right, Peter, thank you. I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
Yep, bye now.
All right, thanks. Bye-bye.